Hello. It's just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Warrior, you and I. I'm your GM, DM, Master of Ceremonies, chubby guy in the big chair, your King Ginger, here to, we're going to do something a little different tonight. Our wonderful slice of big dogness was separated from the rest of the party last adventure, and he is now finding himself elsewhere. So the first half of the podcast stream, whatever, I don't know what we are anymore, some type of thing, um, will be Big Dog Akko solo, and then about halfway through, we'll switch over to the rest of the group and see how they're faring with their shambling Myconid mound, something like that. All right, introduce yourself. Tell us what happened to poor old Big Dog last episode.
Yeah, I'm Warrior. I play Big Dog Akko. He is a Noble Echo Knight fighter. Last time I'm down in Outlands, Akko got engulfed by that aforementioned shambling Myconid mound thing, compost heap.
Compost heap. It's probably the best compost heap. Let's call that.
And he managed to not die, but found himself imploded and sent somewhere else.
So, Akko, you get brief visions as you're hurtling through the multiverse, a wisp of energy. You recorporate and fall roughly about 10 feet face down in a pile of dung. You raise your eyes. Make me a perception check, please.
Not bad. 17.
Standing in front of you looks like a family of halflings. There is a mother who is shearing a sheep, or you assume she's the mother. There's a couple of children, and there is what looks to be the father, and they're all just staring at you, mouths agape, in total shock.
Hope stands up out of the dung. Gross.
Their eyes get big and wide, and the father looks at them and says, "Run for your lives!" And they run, scattering in every direction. You see him jump on the back of a hog with a saddle and shoots down the road. The others run towards a house, a very small house. You think you can probably catch them if you decided to chase after them, because their stubby little hobbit legs are not quite as fast as you are.
Let's see. Covered in dung. Gross. Maybe houses.
You were already covered in plant matter, blood, mushrooms.
It's a messy day.
Potsel, yeah. You need a bath.
Akko is Akko more interested in pig.
That might be a little hard to catch. My thing is cruising.
Easy.
All right. So you forego the two children and the mother. They run. You can hear the bar latch as you start to pick up your speed and chase after the hog and the halfling farmer on its back. Let's do a little contested dex.
Win dex contest. Easy.
So they're 19 to begin with.
Just straight dex?
Yep, just straight dex. It's a sprint.
20. Easy.
So you are already behind, and now you're literally right on. I mean, you can almost reach out and grab the halfling, and he is just eyes bugging out of his head, hat falling off. He's using a little reed, and he's smacking the hog on its tuchus, and there's just like slobber flying out the hog's mouth as it's running for its veritable life. So let's do our second contested. Oh, that is a crit.
9.
So it starts to pull away. You're like, oh man, this pig can run. You're just, and plus you don't know the road, and they seem to know it. So they make a quick turn, and you're watching them go up kind of a path, and you're looking at it, and you literally almost run right past the path. You notice there's another path that continues to go straight, or you could backtrack and go up. What would you like to do?
And seem like path go same place.
They seem to be going in the same direction.
Take new path.
Okay.
Road less traveled.
Perfect. Let's make another contested dex. 18.
So 18.
So you're moving, and like, because you didn't turn around and go back, you are looking, and you could occasionally see little bits of rubble kind of coming down the side of this high incline. There's kind of trees growing out of the side, so you can't quite get the best look. But then you hit a clearing, and you look up, and they're only about 20 feet in front of you and about 20 feet up, but you're going the exact same direction. Make me a perception check, please.
5.
You're like, I'm gonna catch me that pig.
You'll catch me that pig.
Yep. I'm gonna catch me that pig. I'm gonna lift me that baby.
Pig, easy.
All right, make another contested check. 18 again, dang.
Roll 20.
So you will start to go, and you see where these two paths will start to merge into one, and you pick up the pace, and they beat you there barely. Make me another percentage check. Not a percentage. I'm sorry, perception.
5.
You're obsessed with this pig.
Pig don't beat Akko. Pig cheat.
Let's make one more. Oh, I didn't roll very well this time. 9.
13.
You almost hit all fours, and you burst forward, and you tackle the pig. The halfling comes shooting off and rolling like a kid down a hill, and he ends up straight on his tuchus, staring at you, and then cups his mouth and just screams help into the air. You're laying on top of this pig, and this pig looks like it's about to have a heart attack. You can feel its heart and its chest just causing all the little ripples of muscle and fat in it to shake. So it's just
Go like his superior null strength, like lifts the pig up onto its feet and like pets the pig. Pet the pig on head. Calm pig down. Slow pig.
Make me a perception check.
19.
Which is good, because that's the point where you recognize the 5 circling griffins.
Oh.
You also look forward, and you see this road is heading towards a large mountain range. And in the side of the range, there is a head of a griffin that's been carved into the side of this rock. And there is a castle built out of the side of this large stone. And there's like a small village that's kind of come up around it. But these things circle, and then they start to land.
Oh. Akko. Are they independent griffins? Are they piloted?
They're all mounted.
What do the riders look like?
They're all dressed and kind of gold tunics, red robes, kind of stained dark blue male, and they're all wearing a griffin crest, a griffin head, a white griffin head on a black circle. And they're all wearing helmets that look like a griffin's head, except for one.
Is the one that isn't wearing a different helmet or not?
Wearing a helmet looks like a bearded, like a regal bearded human's face.
Akko, go talk to Alpha.
So they dismount, and all but the one with the different helmet pull bows out, and they tell you to stop where you are.
What?
Put
What?
the animal down.
Drops the pig.
They're all kind of looking at each other. The pig scurries off like 10 feet and then just falls over into a pile of roadway mud and just lays there panting. The halfling runs up and grabs the approaching individual by the tunic and just like shaking and looking up at him, and he bends down. He gets on one knee, and they tend to have a very, very, very quiet conversation. Stands up and he walks over to you. He's got a shield and a sword. And he looks you up and down. Where are the rest of the fangs?
Fang? What fang? Akko, no fang.
You are Get of Yingao.
No. Noel from Urson. Akko.
You see that the bowmen kind of like all turn their heads slightly, like they're trying to discern what's going on.
Not from here. Lost. Needed help. Chase pig for help.
The person talking to you reaches into their tunic and pulls out a medallion. Say your words again, please.
Akko. Noel from Exandria. Lost. Need help. Chase pig.
Not Get of Yingao.
No. Yingao old. No follow.
It glows like a soft blue, and they all kind of look at it, and then they slowly lower their bows, and he puts it back around his neck, pulls his helmet up, and the face underneath is the same as the molded face on the helmet. Black hair, mustache, and beard. Looks probably mid-30s. And he kind of looks at you. No longer sounds quite so imperious and threatening. And he looks at you and he says, "Did you say you were lost?
Land here.
From
We're
where?"
here. Also, nowhere. From Sigil. Then got lost. Then lost again.
So you're some type of traveler.
Akko nods. He sort of pulls his very filthy chainmail down and shows off the mark. This may travel.
He walks up to you. He's a lean human, but he's tall. And he puts his hands on your shoulders and just starts to laugh and grabs you in a tight embrace.
Oh, Akko.
And everyone's just kind of looking at each other. You're kind of uncomfortable.
Akko hugs him back, but like a little harder.
He goes, "I'm a traveler. Oh my God, I'm a traveler. I've been here for like 25 years.
What? How? Why?
Oh. I don't know. I'm here. Can we have a minute?" He looks and like his men are kind of like, "Oh, okay." And they kind of like mill around. He goes, "My friends and I, when we were kids, we got trapped here. I've been here like half my life. I mean, it's okay." And I'm like, I'm like king now, but I mean, I was told we couldn't go home. We had one chance to go home and we stayed. to protect the realm. And I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I have no regrets. But if you came here, that means I can go home.
Totally.
Oh wow.
Travel easy.
Oh,
Akko travel when die.
but you look over side eye, and the halfling's looking at you like wide eyed. And he looks at this person who says they're king. Says, "You're not going to do anything about this?" He says, "No. It's good. It's good. Did he break anything? Did he hurt anyone? No. All right. I mean, I think we're good here. So I'm sorry. He's sorry.
That's sorry.
I think everybody's sorry. I will send something out from me. And you know what? It's you can just tell. Make me an insight check.
12.
Just an overwhelming giddiness out of this person. They went from looking kind of haggard, not bad, but they look like they've seen some stuff, to just like childlike glee.
Yeah. Akko.
Well,
Akko.
How about you come back with me and we'll I don't think you mean to look like that.
Normally
real bad.
Clean. You very clean.
So something bad happened. I'm taking it.
Not good. No.
Okay, we'll jump on and I'll take you to my keep, and then we'll get you cleaned up. And I mean, I have so much.
Like half his pig's fault.
He looks at you kind of sideways, and he's like, "Okay."
Akko, like before he joins this king, which is really the type of greeting he would appreciate at all times, being welcomed by the king. He'll sort of down on one knee, but not like in a proposal kind of way, just because the halfling is shorter, and he'll take a coin off of his chainmail and hand it to the halfling and say,
he seems like reticent to come close to you at first, and then he comes over and he goes, "You are the strangest gnoll I have ever seen.
Thank you.
People are never going to believe this story." Bites it and then goes over and starts to rub the belly of his swine companion, who is completely worn out.
You get faster, pig.
So the king has one of his men. He says, "Just carry them home. Just make sure they get home okay. Make sure the family's all right." And he looks at you and he mounts his griffin. He puts his hand out and says, "Are you ready?"
Born ready.
He helps you aboard and he says, "Hold on tight."
Akko, hold on.
The griffin takes off and it kind of wheels around, and you're above that kind of tree line, and you see the breadth and scope of this valley you're in. You can see the castle. It's not even really a castle. It is more of a keep with a town built around it, and then not stone walls around the town, but just like wooden walls, not like even palisades, more like gates. It looks relatively new, maybe 10 years old. You can see off in the distance a huge chasm, and a little further in a different way you can see like a swamp. He says, we just call this the Lost Realms.
Makes sense. Akko lost realm.
I'm Eric. I'm also lost. You said you're from Exandria?
Yeah.
I don't know where that is. But that's not in the realm.
No.
I'm from Pasadena, California. Also not in the realm.
Oh. Never heard Pasadena.
It's all right.
Where are your friends?
Well, I'm going to introduce you to two of them. Some of them I'm not sure where they are.
Friends, no
You
follow.
flies up, and you didn't see it at first. It just looks like a crag sticking out. But what it is almost like a built-in cave into the side of this giant rock, and it's like an eyrie, and the griffins fly in, and there's like almost like a griffin stable, and he's kind of talking to them, and they are all looking at you, and he says, first things first, let's get you cleaned up, and let's give you some clothes with my seal on it, so people don't want to shoot you with arrows. No offense to you, but about 6 years ago, a group of gnolls came through. I was just settling this place after after the Battle of Tiamat, and there was a lot of bloodshed. We drove the gnolls to the sword almost by the number, but people are always afraid that they're going to come back.
It's hard. Some not grow out of curse. Not their fault, but hard.
Well, surprisingly enough, so do some humans. They never grow out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
No.
I was a jerk for a long time, and the only reason I am who I am today is because of circumstances. So,
circumstances.
So I'll have some of my friends, or I'm sorry, some of my folks take you to the baths, and there's like a hot spring inside here. It's kind of neat. It's almost like a jacuzzi back home. Oh my god, I could go back home. Oh, I could have ice cream. Rocky Road ice cream.
What ice cream?
Pop tarts. Oh my gosh, nerds. So much sugar. Okay. Yeah. You get cleaned up. I'll have clothes brought to you, and then I'll meet you there. I'm like, what, 30 minutes?
Okay.
All right. I'll even get you some food.
Oh
my gosh, wait till I tell Presto. And he starts to walk away, and a couple of guards come in, and they kind of look you up and down, and they're like, this way. And you're led into a room in what it looks like is like it was a hot spring, and then they polished stone, and they made it look really nice. There's again the big griffin carved into the rock, and it's just this extremely nice natural hot spring.
Nice. Akko will get into one of the tubs readily, and then he'll like stop for a second and like reach out for his little travel pack. He'll like ruffle through it. He'll get out
Soap,
little bar of soap, complimentary. Let's stay.
borrowed. So you start to scrub down. Make me a perception check.
Was so close to being good. 6.
So you turn around and look, and there is a pile of clothes there, clean, over by where your pile of dirty clothes were. So your armor and everything is gone.
Axe gone too.
No, your weapons are still there.
Oh, okay.
You hear a voice, but it's so much of an echo in here that it's hard for you to discern where it's coming from. But you hear a feminine voice say, I heard you are from somewhere else.
Yeah, from Exandria, then Sigil, then other places. Not here.
So you traveled here.
Yeah. travel not on purpose.
But you can leave here on purpose.
Um, hmm, don't know how to travel without die.
But you can help us travel.
Can try. Easy.
You say easy,
Easy.
but it doesn't sound like you actually know what you're doing.
Akko doesn't like that. Eh, still learn. Know what doing. No master yet. Soon.
How old are you?
12.
I have been here more years than I was home. I was 15 when I fell here. So if you're going to come here and peddle hope, it better not be false hope.
Travel for real. Landed pig farm. Not on purpose. You friend of king?
You don't hear any other sounds, but you're assuming that they're no longer in the room.
Good talk.
So about a half hour goes by and you
28 minutes goes by.
hear
And Akko is early.
just so you've got like
Early.
the blue tunic, or excuse me, the blue like chainmail armor, yellow tunic with the griffin head on it, of like a red sash cape. Looking stylish, but it kind of fits. You've had to make some slight alterations just to take into account your body shape is different and your tail. You start to make your way out, and the guards are kind of standing there, and they see you come in, and they stand up straight. And then you hear kind of a excited rustling from down the hall further, and you see King Eric, and you see someone in green robes with a pointed hat.
Akko early.
Hey, there he is. There's my guy.
Hey,
Akko, this is my friend Presto. Presto, Akko, this is the guy I was just telling you about.
hey, Presto.
He looks at you. He's smaller, also kind of skinny. He's got kind of a like big mutton chops, a little bit of a baby face. He looks older. You're assuming they're about the same age, but he looks older. He looks worn out.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, can you show me the mark?
Akko takes a second to actually no, Akko has like practiced how to undo the tunic properly, so he effortlessly shows the mark.
He looks at it. He goes, can I touch it?
Akko shrugs.
He runs his finger around the shape.
Finger cold.
He feels actually cold, very cold, and his fingers are very bony. And he can see him. He pulls a tiny book out, and he literally is writing with his finger, and there's ink on the page. And he draws your symbol, and he looks at it, and he looks at the king, and says, I don't know, man. I don't know, Eric. I just don't know. I mean, I've tried everything. I can go look, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. And they kind of You see them both kind of have this exasperated look on their faces. And there Eric puts his arm around him and says, just do your best, man. That's all you can do. That's just and please get some rest. You look terrible.
It's true. Look bad.
He
Old.
does. He looks, yeah, he's younger than me and he looks that old.
Wow.
All right. Well, so go see what you can figure out. Eat something. Your king says so. And then we're going to go take ourselves a walk. So you two start to walk through a hallway and you see like these murals, and they're of these 6 companions and a baby unicorn, and they're doing all kinds of things in these murals. And then you come to one where there seems to be like this reoccurring character with one horn in its head that they seem to have this conflict with, and eventually you see like some type of redemption take place. And then you see one, there's a great conflagration between these heroes, a character that reoccurs, which seems to be some type of gnome dressed in red robes, and then this one horned figure against what you're assuming is an aspect of Tiamat. And in the end, there's people have died. You see some of these companions leave. And as you're walking, you're looking at it, he kind of stops and he goes, that's us. That's me and my friends.
Oh.
When we came
Wow.
here.
Whole series.
Yeah. It was like a whole season of things happened.
Akko. No, Tiamat. Not personal, but have heard.
Yeah, bad news, huh?
Yeah, no good.
Back when we first got here, like between Venger and Tiamat, we never had a moment's notice. We were just trying to get home. And then Venger turns out to be Dungeon Master's kid and like redeems himself. And then Dungeon Master dies when we get rid of Tiamat. But we also presto figured out years later it wasn't even really Tiamat. That's just like I think call it like an aspect.
Oh.
We just like, and then all of a sudden we just had to like figure out, we're just gonna roam around, or are we gonna try to make things better? And I decided I was gonna make things better.
It's good. It's good. Hard.
Presto and Sheila stayed, and Bobby stayed for a little while, but yeah. Sorry if I'm a little excited, but I mean, if I can get them home, I mean, it makes up for every single mistake I've made. And I've made a lot of mistakes, not just when I was younger, but all of this. I've made a lot of mistakes. I just try to be better. I try to remember that, like Dungeon Master believed in me, even when my friends didn't. And yeah, so
Yeah. Akko. No feeling. Akko understand excitement. Akko kind of big deal. But Akko have friends too. Also travel, but
where are they? Did they come with you?
didn't come with this time.
Did you get like separated?
Akko nods. Akko got hurt fighting. Disappeared. Must mean friends are okay.
So did they leave you?
No. Akko left. When Akko get very hurt, disappear. Same with friends.
I'm not sure I completely understand that, but that's okay. I mean, it's all right. I don't have to understand to see that, we're similar. We're both people that
Travelers.
traveled. We've, and I'm just older and I set down roots even because I had no other options.
His new home.
It's
I
not
go
home.
make new home.
He kind of looks around. He goes, "It's not home,
Why?
but it's important. I have been away from my family since I was a teenager, not by my choice. I didn't grow up in a world like this. So this is really hard for me. Um, the only time I'd seen anything like this was in video games.
Video games.
And well, I want to go home. Even if there's no home to go to, I just I just want to go home.
How you travel here?
Roller coaster accident.
Hmm. Akko nods knowingly.
Yeah.
Happens.
He puts his hand on your shoulder knowingly. He looks at you and he says, "Come on, I want you to meet my wife. I got married."
Cool.
So he walks you through a number of hallways. People kind of bow as he walks by, and he kind of looks and he goes, "I really liked that when I first started. I was like that. That's really cool. I'm in charge. No more Hank looking over my shoulder, cutting in. I'm calling the shots. And you know what I found out? I hate it. I hate it so much.
Seems
I'm
pretty
good
cool.
at it, but like I know these people. Like I've gotten to know them. They're just people. Like I hate this idea that they feel like I'm king.
Hmm.
It bothers me. But what are you gonna do? So, and then you walk into a large throne room, and there are two chairs, and on it the chair, equal sized chairs. One of them is a cloaked female, and he says, "Sheila, you're never gonna guess what I." She just kind of, you see her kind of chest rise and fall, exasperated.
Sheila!
See? And she just goes, "We've met," very
Oh,
plainly.
she watched me take bath.
He kind of looks up at her and then looks back at you, looks up at her, looks back at you, and he goes, "Checks out." So, Sheila, this is Akko. I know you've already met, but he might be able to get us home. She just looks at you, and again, she goes, "Eric, he doesn't know how he got here, and he doesn't know how to leave."
Oh, how leave.
Yeah, to die. So I would have to slide a dagger between your ribs and watch you bleed out. You said you're
You,
what, 14?
you couldn't kill me.
She cocks her head to the side and she says, "I've killed things far worse than you."
Hmm.
And he's like, "Hey, hey, 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 come
Akko.
on, we're all friends here. New
Akko.
friend, wife, come
With
on."
one time, Akko die and take others.
You literally have to die?
Hmm. I don't think died this time. Was very hurt, but was different. Didn't die.
"I'm not killing a kid." He looks back at her. "I'm not killing this kid." She gets up. She walks right up to where you're both standing. And as she does so, she pulls the hood down all the way and she just disappears. He kind of wrinkles his nose, and waits till he hears the door shut, and he looks at you and he says, "Don't ever get married. It's a trap."
Nods. Will not marry your wife.
But don't get me wrong. I love her. I really do. But I want to go home because she wasn't like this. This place, it kind of takes the best and the worst of you and just magnifies it. Does that make sense?
Nods. Nice. First place Akko traveled like that. Big city. Make some people bad, but others try to make better. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Had dungeon master, kind of. Uncle. Cat from hell.
He looks like completely perplexed by this.
Was very bad, but now nice. Changed. Because of place.
I don't even know where to start with you. And that's great. He's like, he hugs you. He's just like, man, I'm so glad you're here. I sent riders out to find Diana. She might know where Hank is. And I mean,
Akko
who knows
hugs.
where Bobby is? But
Akko hugs him back again, slightly harder.
you feel like a burning sensation
Hmm.
in one of your little pouches that you still have on you.
Go like looks at it. Like,
It's one of the coins that you were given by Kal-El the Vile. And all of a sudden you hear trumpets go off, like warning horns. Eric looks at you and he says, I know you're good at catching pigs, but how are you in a fight?
So good.
Let's go. Looks like we have a kingdom to protect. And he runs by, and as he's doing so, people are like handing him like a shield, a sword, his helmet. They hand you a shield that looks very similar to his, not quite the same, but similar. He's like, I'm sorry I don't have a helmet in your size. You got a kind of a big head.
No problem.
You move through the keep first gate into the second gate. The wooden gate around the town is aflame. And circling around the well-worn pathway are two undead goats pulling a chariot.
Akko like stops and looks to Eric. Akko know that guy.
He stops.
That is a very convincing stop. Do we want to maybe jump to break really quick while we see if we can get King back? Okay.
Well, I mean, unintentional humor is the best humor. So
Right.
anyway, as we speed towards a non bizarre conclusion hefted upon us by the fates, he stops and then he whispers to you, "See a bad guy?"
Depend on perspective. Probably is he harvests bodies for
Oh,
demons.
that's some bad guy stuff right there.
Yeah.
Why is this guy setting like gates on fire?
No, no. Normally, just come take bodies.
Well, I think he's coming over here right now.
No.
Um, I will wait for you to give me a signal. And when you do, he kind of looks over. You can see even underneath his helmet, his eyes. He kind of looks up and you see there's just bowmen lined across the top of the keep wall.
Hmm.
They'll fill it with arrows. And then you and I will put it down.
We'll take many arrows. Is
I have
big
many men.
time.
I have many men. Just you
Go.
give me the signal when you're ready.
Okay. Akko nods.
Calorel and all of their massive armor, spookiness glory is off of the back of the chariot. They've got a big scythe and they're just walking. And where they walk, the ground, like literally any plant life, just shrivels underneath foot and dies. They leave like black patches of dirt where they walk. And they walk up about 5 feet from you and they're looking down. They Where is Skitch, Akko?
Oh. Oh. Skitch. Um.
I couldn't find him. Then I couldn't find any of you.
Skitch died.
I'm sorry, what?
Siblings.
We state.
Bad siblings attack house. Family. Skitch die in battle.
Calorel clenches their hand and just black and purple necrotic force just gathers in their offhand. When you're telling Calorel this, what do you look like? Like, what is your expression?
Akko looks sad. He looks genuinely sad to have lost Skitch, and it looks like it's dredging up bad memories. It's not a look that he has very often.
Calorel slams their scythe into the ground, and again, it just leaves a blackened spot. And they step back, pull their helmet off. They kind of slim back down into that other kind of form where you've seen them more often than not. And make me an insight check.
Bad. 17.
They've got teary eyes.
Akko will take a step forward because he's big. And they're only 5 feet apart. And he'll give Kellerel a big hug.
Calorel, they hug you back. It takes them a moment, but they do, and then they kind of, somewhere they realize what they're doing, and they stop, and then they go ahead and do it again. And eventually they kind of step back,
Akko,
take a deep
die.
breath.
Akko, sorry. Akko die trying to save Skitch, but couldn't.
Where is Skitch's body?
Sigil was burned.
Burned. Did anyone try to raise him?
One sibling is like Angel. Brought back some, but couldn't bring Skitch.
Why?
No, was chaos, battle everywhere, people dying all time, house falling down, no time to talk, no time to do anything but fight. Sibling.
Akko. What
Siblings.
is the name of the person that did this?
Jorma. And Christopher Pierkins came. Jorma attacked house to free.
Calorel's eyes, they go from black to like a green. It's kind of a sickly green. It's actually the most human looking that they've looked in any of their meetings with them. They sniffle a little bit. Skitch was my friend. I don't have many friends. You do realize that the money, most of it, they wouldn't even take. They did it because we were friends. I promised Skitch that when they died, I would take them before Orcus, not undeath, but to have them raised or to grant them superior on life to stand beside me. I should have no connection. It's weakness, but I find that connection gets things completed. Where are your siblings?
Fighting.
Fighting. Are they still in the city of doors?
No. We got murdered and ended up on
Calorel again almost like starts to get bigger in front of you. Their eyes go fully black.
Lady of Pain trap us in maze. Only we get out.
Again, they almost shrink. They look at you and they say, please tell your golden armored oaf stop training arrows on me before I murder every single living being here except for you. And that's where we'll stop. Warrior,
Cal-Rel.
yeah, a little unexpected.
A little unexpected. I wasn't expecting it to be Cal-Rel.
Yeah, you gave me that look like, oh shit, I forgot about that.
It's like, fuck, Cal-Rel.
Um,
the second I was like, you're like, something's burnt. I was like, I feel like I know what it is.
So, and just for clarity's sake, I did give Warrior 2 options of potential worlds, and you, without hesitation, were like 80s cartoon.
Yeah, done. Obviously.
Cartoon right now.
Easy.
So yeah, and I've been interested in doing something weird with the D&D cartoon for a while.
Yeah.
Warrior, where can they find you?
You can find me at WarriorMN on Twitter and Instagram. In addition to this very stream, you can find me every other Wednesday on this channel for DNDDT, featuring the one and only Tasty Boys. That is, it's also at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That would be next Wednesday for anyone wanting to tune in. You can also find me Thursdays at 7 p.m. on twitch.tv/HeelTurnRadio for Dive Club, where myself, Beard, Ref Clark Feldman get together with various folks from the local and less than local wrestling scene, play Jackbox games, chat, do all sorts of fun stuff. So it's a little bit of a variety hour. So remember that.
Sounds good. Warrior.
Yeah.
I will see you before 2 weeks, but in 2 weeks. Akko, Cal-Rel, Eric
Look,
the Cavalier.
I'm saying it's going to be a good time.
Old friends, new friends.
Look,
coming together like cats and dogs. Mass confusion or hysteria, I believe is what he says.
Hysteria. Yeah.
All right, Warrior. I appreciate you doing some interesting single role playing.
Sure.
But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, the rest of the SLKs,
what are they going to do?
The mushroom children will be shrooming away.
Yeah. Stay tuned for 3 kids crying about the lost big dog for an hour.
Man, a lot of crying tonight. All right, we'll see you in a little bit.
All right. Bye.
Hey, I'm back. Everyone go around the table, introduce thyselves. And you know what? Tell me what you remember, how we ended, or you were last session, please.
Oh wow. I'm not used to like not having the orders different today.
Yeah, you're starting.
I'm starting today. God help us all. I am Shannon. I am playing Charity Montmarte, who is an 11-year-old artificer / psychopath. And I remember I was not doing great. It was a rough session last time. I pulled Akko out of a gross thing, and it was not pleasant. It was not pleasant at all. I would like to not go through that again.
Well, you won't have to because Akko is no longer on that particular plane.
Yeah, he poofed, which I'm also somewhat concerned about.
If you watch the first hour, you'll know concern is probably a good emotion to feel for Big Dog Akko
You're
right now.
not helping. You're not helping.
My job is not to help. I'm merely a facilitator.
I'm gonna have after concerns because I didn't watch, so I don't know.
Good.
Wanted to be not influence. So I'm Cassandra. I am playing Amulet Stickyfingers, who is a Kender barbarian. She's big personality, little body. It's great. And
Sometimes she also has a big body.
Sometimes. And I remember being the other half of the duo to pull Akko out of the body thing. I don't even know. Don't even know what it was.
I believe that Warrior deemed it a compost heap.
Compost
a walking compost heap.
That makes sense to me. So
Fair.
Yes, giant big thing kept trying to eat us. I rolled a 20 when it mattered.
It's like Fraggle Rock, only really gross.
Real scary and gross.
It's real gross.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Dog.
All right, I'm Nate, your D&D ringer, and I dislike shambling mounds a lot. I've encountered them before. Last time I was inside them. Anyway, I play Otterkin Rogue Twig Swiftstrike, also Otterkin Paladin. If I remember correctly, I'd gone behind the Shambling Mound to try to get some advantage there, and I don't know Akko's gone.
No, you don't. But do you remember what happened to you at the end?
No, that would be good. I certainly. Oh no, I'm surrounded by mushroom men, and they were talking to me.
I have
were.
that note as thousands of mushroom men.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Thousands of voices whispering out at once, saying hello.
Good thing they didn't say, come play with us.
Yeah.
No.
Forever and ever. All right. So Charity and Amulet yelling and screaming. Charity pounding away at the walking compost pile. Twig, you see a group of mushroom people, and you hear that soft voice of thousands say hello.
Are we still in initiative?
No, not currently.
Okay. So I hear voices, and they
Yeah, you hear voices in
call
your
to
head.
me.
They call to you. This was a skull. This is a skull. This is a skull.
Hello?
You don't need to speak the words. Words. Just think your thoughts.
I feel like I need to make it clear if Charity's verbal communication is obnoxious, up here it's like a Sherlockian mind palace that is just in constant movement.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but right now I'm pretty sure verbally and outwardly, Charity is a slavering rabid dog.
Yeah,
She
pretty
is
much.
ready to smash.
Yeah. Like
So, yeah.
internally, it's just like, where did they take Akko? Give him back to me. I don't know where the hell he went. We need to find out where he is. Everything is angry. Everything makes me upset. I hurt. Everything is wrong. Where is Akko? Like she's just, it's nonstop.
Amulet, how are you taking all this?
I'm sitting on the ground speechless because Charity has all my words.
Oh no. You're still transformed, aren't you? I believe so.
It depends. Do you consider the last round combat?
Yeah, the last round was combat.
Even though I wasn't fighting, I was just pulling.
Yeah, you were. I'll give it to you.
Okay, then yes, I'm transformed until probably the next round.
Okay, we'll say you shrink down to your normal size.
Okay.
The shambling mound is just looming over the both of you. Twig, how do you want to respond? Things seem to be at a tense impasse.
Why are we being attacked?
It's kind of like it goes from this cacophony of voices and it kind of pairs itself down to one voice finally, so it's a little easier for you to comprehend. You entered our territory, and then you began fighting here. This is not allowed in our culture. You are outsiders.
But we got attacked. That's the only reason we fought.
That does not matter to us. To us, you're all simply interlopers in our kingdom.
Okay, so now what?
Our collective consciousness has determined that beyond your friend, and they all turn, like literally all of them, even the shambling mound turn, and they all look over at Bronson, who is no longer a T-Rex, has shrunk down to his orcish form, is like goo goo gaga, kind of not even dancing, just kind of stumbling around, completely out of it. your children.
Yes.
Even if we were to kill you, it would serve no purpose, for you aren't large enough to have the nutrients we would want.
So we can go?
We see no reason for further violence.
Okay, I'll just get my friends and we'll be on our way.
Please. One spins down, gets on one knee, but almost at eye level with you. Let the others of your species know we will not brook their trespasses any longer. We are not their food, and this is not their land. Should they return, they will be treated in the most harsh fashion,
Okay.
and their remains will feed our children.
That's scary. Okay. Gotta go.
They just all stand there, completely passively.
All right.
You
so,
know there's a lot of them, but you also know it's like as you look into that dense grove, you can't tell how many are actually mushroom men and how many are just mushrooms.
Okay. So if I go over to Bronson, do I know what's wrong with him?
Make me a nature check.
Yep, that's just how we're going to start off. That's a 1.
Oh, no.
You're like, I have no idea.
I guess if I add my nature, it's a 3.
You still have no idea. Something's wrong with this guy.
All right. I'm going to use 5 points for my lay on hands pool, which can either cure a disease or neutralize a poison affecting the creature.
Yep.
Does that do anything for him?
Yeah, he falls down on all fours and vomits.
Nice.
All right.
And he looks up at you and he goes, I think I'm bleeding again. I think I'm spilling some. Yep, I'm spilling.
All right, I got you. Then I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
He gets up and he goes, oh, man. 1, 2, 3. Hey, there's only 3 of you. And I know there was more than 3 of you.
That's not good. So I healed him for 7. And then I'll look around. Where's Akko?
That's what I need to know. I don't know where he is. I had him, and then he was gone, and then he wasn't here anymore.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
I don't know if I got this across last time. So if it's a little bit of a retcon, it's a little bit of a retcon. Once things got sort of pear-shaped and it was kind of like everyone said run. Oh man, all of a sudden my brain has stopped working.
Little mech boy.
Yeah, Charette. Victor was still inside of Charette. Charette left. Just literally like held him inside and charged down the tunnel.
Oh, he bailed. Okay.
Mm.
Fun.
Repeating, I don't want to die here.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Crap.
Now, I know there was more than 3 of you. In fact, I think there was like, what, 5? And then something else. My brain hurts real bad. Also, that's a lot of mushroom men.
Yeah, they're mad because we were fighting. We need to go.
Okay.
We can't go. We have to find Akko.
No harm, no foul there, Shroomy boys.
We pulled Akko out. We pulled really hard though.
Yeah, but where did he go? He's got to be here somewhere. Like he can't just disappear and go somewhere.
Hey, ladies, let's have this conversation in about 20 feet. So we're in the tunnel and not out here in front of all these mushroom men who are still looking at us like they would like to see us in a pile.
Can we with certainty say Akko's not there?
Yeah.
Like we're not just like,
can't
maybe
see
we
him.
don't see him. We just literally like,
Right.
okay.
In fact, when you start to walk away, the mound literally just falls apart into body parts, soil, and plant life. Like it's no longer animated.
The world's grossest compost heap.
Okay, he's gonna be somewhere. We just have to find him.
Can we concentrate on moving right now?
Yeah, let's walk and we'll find him. We'll
I don't know
find him,
about y'all,
Charity.
but I'm hurt real bad. And there's only 4 of us right now. And that's not good. We got a little bit of ways to go here. And I'd like to get back to salvation. If I'm going to die, I would prefer to die there.
Nobody's dying.
You look over at his side, and even where it's been healed, it's already starting to like bruise horribly, like he's probably bleeding internally. And he goes, I don't think, young lady, you're a doctor.
No.
But I'm hurt real bad. You begin to walk. Make me a perception check.
I don't think I have any heals either.
Can I use like lesser restoration on him?
I don't know. Does that do any healing, or does it just remove effects?
It removes like a hair. What is it?
I think it just removes
a disease or
effects.
condition. Yeah.
Yeah. Is he hurt or is he like poisoned or something?
Are you hurt or are you injured?
Injured.
He is injured.
Okay, but not like something that's doing continual damage. Like he's not poisoned or anything.
No, he's just
hurt real bad.
Yeah, he's hurt real bad, and he hasn't been healed enough to where all the injuries are not going to continue to cause damage.
Can I do a cure wounds on him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any potions, so.
No, I gave him my daily tincture already.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I think I have a potion that I don't know what it does, maybe.
God. Let's see. Ooh. Hell yeah. That'll give him 11.
He looks a little better.
Okay.
But he just kind of, again, he looks and he says, I am hurt real bad.
Yeah, I guess
we're moving slowly, but we're moving.
So you move, and behind, what did everybody roll on the perception check?
23.
23.
I rolled a 15. I'm gonna offer to carry him.
He's pretty big.
Doesn't mean I can't offer.
Make me a strength check.
23.
You're able to help him quite a bit, actually.
Hey.
I am a lot packed in a little space.
You are a firecracker. Also, I don't know who the large lady is that you run around with, but it would sure benefit us if she showed up sooner next time.
I'll have a talk with her next time I see her.
You do that, and he winks at you. You see a little bit of blood dribble out of the side of his mouth. The cave entrance behind you, like large bony fingers of plant life, interconnect and close it off, and you find yourself in darkness. Who here has dark vision?
I do.
I do.
So does Bronson.
No.
Charity, grab my coat.
Okay, it's dark.
It's very dark.
It's really dark.
I'll pull out my Mace of Disruption, and it'll shed bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light in additional 20 feet.
All right, you pull that out. At one point, you guys are walking, and Bronson goes, stop, please. And he gets down on one knee and he points right there. You see it?
That's it.
I rolled a 20 total. Do I see it?
You do. See how it shimmers?
Why does it?
First, you think it's just the blackness of the tunnel. And then you realize that entire tunnel hole actually has a little bit of a shimmer when the light hits it. That is pudding.
Oh, I like pudding.
Now, this type of pudding you don't like.
Oh,
That's a something of a black pudding. They're big down here. Remember we talked about it before? The one of the kaiju.
oh yeah.
Yeah. You see that thing? That's the way we wanted to go.
Are we going the way that Charette and Victor went?
You're not sure.
So did the vines close off where the black pudding went, or the only other
That-
way out
The way you came from is closed off.
from? Okay. So it's what, black pudding way or back to the toilet?
No. Let's go back to the toilet.
That sounds like a good time for everybody.
Maybe the kaiju
Oh
left. It'd be
God.
fine. I don't know. Are those our
Yeah.
two options, or that
Go back
anything
to
else?
the pooper. No, he says we can go back. There's another passage. It's a tight fit. It's gonna be rough, but you're all pretty small. Just slowly back away from that thing. I don't want it to start lurching its way after us. So make me a stealth check, please.
Oh boy.
What could go wrong?
24.
Thank God. 18.
What could go wrong is I bag my dice off my inspiration
Oh,
token,
no.
and I got an 11.
You turn, and he polymorphs into a rat. It's kind of moving along slowly, but it's leading you back. Amulet, you trip over a stone, not used to the change in weight. Make me a perception check.
Oh, no.
$18.
You look out where they were looking, and you see the ripple in it, kind of that soft, the light hitting it. It's like seeing almost like the ripples on a pond. Then all of a sudden, they just stop. It's just a sheen of blackness.
Oh boy, we should get going.
I want you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
I mean, I can see it, right? Do I have danger sense on it? Damn it. Okay. Oh, maybe 16.
Yep.
Okay. Sometimes you never know which is going to require the real high one.
So you're standing there and you're kind of starting to back away. and you just get this instinctual feeling, and you take a bigger step backwards. And as you do, you see this black strand coming out of a crack in the ceiling, just slowly, viscously sloughing down right where you were. When it hits the rock you tripped over, it begins to sizzle and burn.
I am going to take a bone out of my pouch and throw it on the ground. So there's an unseen servant skeleton. And
Not unseen, sir, just a skeleton.
no, sorry, not unseen, just a skeleton. And I'm gonna leave it there and walk away.
Your skeleton kind of clack, 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 clack. Harryhausen's to life. It stands with the sword and shield looking for something to fight. Do you give it an instruction?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to guard that black stuff.
Which black stuff? Are you talking about the strand that's now come down? It's slowly all kind of coming out of the crack in the ceiling?
Yeah, I'm trying to put the skeleton between me and the pudding, and maybe as a distraction for the pudding. So if we leave, it doesn't realize we've left.
Slices its sword into the pudding. The pudding snaps a hold of the sword, and you can smell the burning of metal as it starts to corrode it.
We should go.
All right. So I would like you to make me an. What order are you guys in?
I'm assuming
You're in the back.
They went ahead and I was the last one.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah.
All right. Twig, I want you to make me a nature check.
The whole time I'm doing hand signals like
7.
Complicated. No one understands you.
Yep.
Okay. Charity, please make me a survival check.
Ugh. What did I do to you today? Ugh. That's a 7.
2 7s.
14.
Yeah. Adding
That
together,
counts, right?
it's still not enough. Amulet, make me an acrobatics check.
score. No, I mean not really, but you know.
7.
No, I think I'm gonna use my inspiration though. I rolled a 2.
Do the rest of you want to use inspirations that you have?
I rolled a
have it.
2 and it landed on top of my coin, and I was like, screw your dice.
I used mine
Perhaps you
last
should
second.
clean your dice tray out. There seems to be a lot of excuses blamed on what's in the dice tray. You guys can use your inspiration if you want.
Put my inspiration there, so I remember to use it when I have it.
I'm pretty sure I used mine last game.
You
Okay,
guys still have one
that's-
at the end of last.
Oh, we
game.
do? Okay. Yeah, I'm
Better.
gonna use it.
Oh, there we go.
Good estimate.
Got an
Natural 20.
18 now. Oh, better.
Nat 20?
18.
All right. So, Twig, you are moving through and you're trying to follow Bronson's tiny rat footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
And at first you're a little lost, and you're like, because you saw what was going on with the amulet, and you started to go, oh crap, oh no, oh no, oh no. And then you go, oh no, now I can't find these footprints. But your keen sense of smell and eyesight pick up the tiny little skittering, and you start to lead the way. Charity, without having dark vision, this is a challenge. Even with the light coming off the mace, this idea that this flood of living corrosive matter is slowly starting to come after you is panic inducing. You've lost your friend. You are now in a tunnel. Everything's going completely sideways, and you start to panic, and then you just happen to catch the reflection of the light, and it gives you a moment to recollect yourself, and you reach out behind you to Amulet, and they're like, come on. Amulet, you're watching your skeleton be engulfed as more, it's like a slow wave, like like there's a water feature with like the water coming down from this is like that, except for it's like moving in slow motion, and it just drips and flows over the skeleton, and you watch as it engulfs it all but the face of the skull, and then slowly the pudding goes through its mouth and its eyes, and then it pulls it back into the body of the pudding, and you can smell it burning.
In my head, I'm telling him I'm sorry.
And that's when you don't realize just how close you are to one of its pseudopods moving across the dirt. And the last minute you see it, and you tumble backwards, and Charity's hand grips yours, and you turn and you two run after Twig through a side tunnel. You're all Naruto
running.
I'm like old school comic running where I'm like leaning back.
Charity just needs some like Attack on Titan ODM gear. Like that'd be tight. She can make that happen, right?
Probably.
Enough time.
Probably.
Give her enough time.
Enough time and equipment?
I do have right tools for the job. I mean, 1 hour.
Fair. Fair. As soon as you get the right equipment for that job, make that happen. You come around a corner and you can hear this thing slowly coming after you. Just the smell of that kind of acid and this slow undulation. You come around a corner and you see Bronson on one knee coughing, and standing over him is Charette. And you hear Victor's voice, and he says, "Everybody down."
All right, I'll get down.
Pancake.
Yep. Dropping.
One of Charette's gauntlets come up, and a rapid fire of lightning collapses the tunnel behind you. Victor hits the button. Charette shrinks back down and hits the ground. He helps Bronson up. And he says, I don't know what happened. He just ran. I couldn't get out. He just kept repeating. He just ran. I'm sorry. I didn't run. I didn't leave you guys. I'm sorry. Please believe me. I'm so. And he stops and looks around. He goes, "Where's your friend?"
It's a good question.
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh no.
He wasn't. His body wasn't there. He's just gone. So we have to find him.
You can see him. He kind of steps away, and he's like, "This is my fault. This is why I don't. This is why I didn't want to go, and this is why. I mean, I told you, and you just freaked out. And we ran away. Why would you run away?"
Is he standing on the ground?
Yeah, he like the Charette armor is now just kind of that floating ghost form around him. It's no longer in its full armor. He's
How tall is he?
He's like a skinny 6 foot.
Okay. Me being in my short in height is gonna go up to him and reach as high as I can to his shoulders. And I'm gonna shake him and I'm gonna be like, "It's okay. We'll figure it out. This is what we do."
Okay. Give me 1 minute. And he pulls into his bag and he starts rooting around. And he comes up to Charity and he says, "Base. Do you have any base? Any base?"
Yeah, I think so.
She'll go digging around in her.
So you guys are looking. It's two people digging around in bags.
Just flinging random crap out.
Bronson's sitting on the ground, looks at
Feel
Twig,
like I
and
need to
goes,
get mine.
"This is why I don't have children."
You know what? As he says that, she literally pulls like a little squeaky frog toy out and it just bonks him in the head. Not
He
looking.
he grabs it and goes, looks around and he slips it into his little satchel.
Fine now.
Yeah, she would definitely have a compound that would work of some sort, probably. Just
So
a
you
matter of
guys-
finding it.
Give me a intelligence check.
All of us?
No, not
Okay,
unless
good.
you can if you want to try to help.
15?
So between the two of you, you're able to combine the substances you have, and he takes them and he opens his wrist thing, he pours it in, and then he sprays it on the rocks. If it comes through that way, it's in for a nasty surprise. Because it's acidic, correct?
As far as we can tell, yeah.
I've seen something similar, but I don't. Not a similar. Acid, base. That's my running hypothesis. Speaking of running, he looks over to where Bronson is sitting on the ground. You have anything? Because I don't have anything.
I did everything I could think of today. I mean, I kind of got my butt handed to me out there. I'm not real proud of it. Also, never eating mushrooms again. But I could try to take a look at him. I just, it's not my forte. It's not really my thing.
I mean, I have some things in my bag I don't know what they are.
Hold on.
I don't
Oh,
want to just test them on them.
So the
Might
the
make it
four of you are
worse.
huddled, and he's just over there looking at that frog, and he goes, "I think there's something wrong with his ability to heal. There's something wrong with him.
Like he's cursed or something?
I don't know. There's something that's preventing. I've tried medical science on him. You've tried magic, and it's not working. He gets a little better, but he doesn't stay better."
Have you? Well, you don't really believe in magic. I know we had that whole conversation.
But I don't disbelieve in it. We'll get to that some when we get out of here. We can have that conversation again.
Would it help if I walked over to him and I used the identify spell to see if there was like anything up with him?
You can definitely do that.
Let's do that.
Take a Inspirato for that, please.
Thank you. I will take an Inspirato. Yeah. Let's do a little identify. Let's see what we get.
The only spell I have is Vicious Mockery, and I don't think that would be helpful on him right now.
Get up, you lazy bum.
Get up, you jackass.
No one likes a quitter.
Kick him.
Maybe. That doesn't work. We'll try that. Second step.
So you see that he indeed has been cursed.
Cool.
You guys are gonna think I'm completely nuts. I think he's cursed. I was kind of joking, but I don't think I'm joking. Something's really wrong.
Okay. How do you remove a curse?
Well, I mean, there's a spell that you can use. Unfortunately, I don't know it because it's not my thing. Crap.
She starts like digging around, just trying to. Sorry, my cat is being very loud.
I thought I heard. I was trying to determine if there was like, screaming kids outside or something.
No, that's Bagheera. Yeah, that's what he does. He's a very noisy boy. Oh God.
So
I have rings. I just don't know what they do, and I don't know if just putting them on him would be a good idea.
you look down and Bronson's eyes are closed, and he peeks one eye open. He goes, "We can't sit here and debate this for too long. We really need to keep moving. I'm going to get you to to salvation."
Well, if you die on the way, that's not going to help us either. So give us 1 minute.
As you say that, he starts to get up and dust himself off. I'm counting, and I can count.
How many times do you have to use your fingers and your toes?
When you can change like I can change, You got plenty of fingers and toes.
I don't have anything unless we can find someone to tell me what these rings do, because I don't know if just putting them on them would be a good idea.
You start to hear a hiss, a sizzling noise behind the rocks.
God damn it.
We should go.
Victor
need to
looks
go.
at you and he says, I agree. I don't think it's safe to stay here any longer.
All right, we
Okay,
gotta
let's
move.
go. Let's go.
So you pick up the pace and you start to move through these tunnels, and it gets real tight. Real quick. Bronson again changes. This time he's a raccoon. And he shuffles his way through, and it's really tight.
He's so
Wow.
cute.
Trash panda.
Mainly, though, it's tight for Victor. I want you all to make me dex checks, please.
I'm using my inspo.
21.
11.
Oh, God. That is a dirty 20.
Nice. Amulet, you get slightly stuck, but you realize it's just one of your bags, and you just unhitch it, put it in your mouth, and then scoot your way through on your butt. And your
Can't leave it
back.
behind.
Victor gets through, but you can see him just sweating, and his crystal, his Ioun, is gone from blue to just red, and it is just a hard red glow. And he's just sweating. He kind of looks, he goes, I don't know what's wrong. I'm not afraid of any of this. Like I've been in tight spaces. I used to work in tight spaces. But I feel like my heart's gonna jump out of my chest.
Just keep breathing and we keep moving and it'll be fine. We'll be okay.
Just think about it logically. If you keep breathing, you're gonna force yourself to not think about your amygdala response. And if you can control your amygdala response, you're gonna be just fine. We're all gonna be just fine. Yeah.
He kind of looks at you, and again his eyes start to look bloodshot. He says, I don't think it's me.
You think it's your buddy?
Slowly nods his head. I just feel like I can't catch my breath. You come into a little pocket where you can almost all stand up. Bronson's sitting there waiting for you. He reaches up and grabs Twig's pants, pulls on him, and then points. There's 3 kind of offshoots, small tunnels, and he points towards the one on the left. And he scrambles his way through. Make me a perception check, Twig.
That is a natural 20. So it's 25 total.
Nice.
Even in Trash Panda form, he's got a limp. Charity and Amulet, make me perception checks, please.
Instead of waiting to give him the sandwich, that would have helped.
11.
I critted.
Charity, you're trying to think of ways to calm down everybody. Like, how can I calm them down? How can I calm them down by not calming them down? How can I calm them down by force? Amulet, that's when you look back in the tunnel and you see this slow undulating wave, filling it with blackness. Do you tell anybody?
Hell yeah, I tell everybody. I say, get your ass moving. We're out of here. And I pick up anyone who's not running fast enough.
Well, now you can't run. You've got to crawl again. So make me another dexterity check. Everybody.
He pointed to the left tunnel, right?
Left tunnel.
Right. Gotta go with the swirl.
14.
I hate
So-
this day.
Twig, what'd you get?
What are we adding? Sorry.
Dex.
Dex. Joe, it's your Dex bonus.
18.
That's a great big 2, boys and girls.
So Twig and Amulet, you scuttle through. Charity, you and Victor are stuck. He starts to get stuck, and you're like, okay, I'll just scoot back and pull. And you find yourself stuck.
Can I tell where I'm stuck? Am I stuck like on the sides?
You're stuck on the sides. You've gotten yourself turned in a way you're not sure how to get flat again.
I'm going to use grease.
Nice. All right. How are you
Lube
doing?
it up.
How are you doing on spell points?
That's pretty much it.
I was gonna say, I was like, that's got to be about it.
That is it for me. I'm done though. The only reason I had so many extras, I've got artificers get extra
Yeah,
like
that's right.
bonus spells. So this is it for her, but I'm gonna use it.
Take your inspiration for that. It's a great
Hey,
stuff.
thanks.
You use grease, and you're able to pull you both through. You get all. It took a little bit, and they're waiting for you on the other side. They're kind of like, hurry up. When you get all the way through, you can smell the grease burning.
Gross. Okay.
You are standing on a cliffside. Twig, you hold out your mace and you look down, and it is a long chasm to a river. At that point, Bronson transforms. He looks at you forward and he says, I got one more in me. And that's it.
Are we swimming or what are we doing?
He looks down, he goes, I couldn't survive that fall.
Are you
He transforms into a enormous bird. And he picks Twig up first and flies him across and drops him on the other side. It's a little tight. So Twig, make me a dexterity saving throw
Oh God.
and take 6 damage from the fall.
All right. So that's 14.
You're good. Amulet, dexterity saving throw.
11?
Yep. You take 2 damage.
I'm
He
really
starts-
rocking the 11s and 12s today.
He starts to fly back over. And Victor says, looks at you and he goes, I've got a little bit of a safer idea. Reaches in his bag and he puts 2 little things on your feet, one on each, and 2 little things on his. And he hands you a little stick and he says, all you have to do is push the button. Just steer with your body.
Totally do that.
All right, make me a dexterity saving.
Yeah.
Make me a
pushes the
no,
button.
you know what? Make me an acrobatics. You can make an acrobatics. check.
Acrobatics check. That's gonna be. I actually did well on that somehow. Yeah, that's a 17.
You hit the button and there's just like little like bub, 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 and you levitate over. It's a little bumpy, but you get across, and so does he. And just as you hit, you can hear them go. And he reaches down and he takes them off. He puts them in a thing, sticks them back in his bag. He kind of looks at you guys and he says, does anyone have something flammable?
Yeah.
Can you throw it over there? He points at the hole.
She definitely can.
Make me a base dex attack.
A base X attack. Okay. I gotta spend that info again.
That's what it's there for.
I know that's what it's there for. Glad I did it though, because that's gonna be a 12, which is better than what I had before.
just you chuck it across and it splashes all over the entrance and the ground.
Gross.
And then he puts another thing in one of his wrists. He fires off, and a bolt of fire goes across and ignites it. He kind of looks and he goes, "We'll see if he likes that. Have fun eating that." Bronson changes back into a person. And he coughs up a huge splatter of blood. And he kind of breathes hard and he goes, "Y'all could have told me you could fly. I could have saved that. I saved myself the trouble."
Can't.
He looks at Twig and goes, "You fly, right?"
No.
"All right. Well, fair enough. Stay close. It's going to get real tight. Make me another dex check. You can use acrobatics if you'd like."
All right, 26.
You can
Oh.
smell just this scent of something burning.
Another 11 for me.
Well, it's a great big 7 for me.
You are stuck as you guys go flat against the wall and are sliding through sideways. Charity, you look down and you go, "Man, before my deal, I probably could have got through this a little bit easier." Bronson looks back and he says, "Oh, you have got to be kidding me."
Is Charity stuck in front of me?
Behind. And you're stuck, and therefore Victor's stuck because he was last.
So I'm blocking everybody.
No, Charity's blocking.
I'm blocking.
Oh,
You guys are all through.
can I pull her?
You can make me perception checks.
Stuck like Winnie the Pooh.
Twig and yes.
Nat 20.
Hey.
Oh man,
22.
all of them 20s tonight.
Really like my pretty green dice.
You apparently do. That's frightening.
I haven't played with the set yet, brand new.
Who got over a 15?
Yep.
You hear the soft tumble of rocks, and from above, in the little chasm you're in, super tight chasm, you look up, and Twig, you can see it, but you're not sure what it is. However, Amulet, you've seen this before. This is a cave fisher. You can see it dropping its long filament down. It's got that little loop, and it looks like it's going right around Charity's neck. And that's where we're going to stop.
Oh.
Thanks, I hate it.
Hate you!
Hate you so much.
Well, hopefully it was claustrophobic. Hopefully it was fun.
It was fun.
Damn,
Yeah.
1 hour. Just, I want to fight it.
That's what next session's for. You
Same.
can go around, tell everybody where they can find you. I greatly appreciate it.
All right. I am Shannon. You can find me on most social media platforms at Smarky Betch. But if you're going to go over to TikTok, not only can you follow me there, you can also now follow at Rainbow GC. It's a TikTok for the Rainbow Gaming Collective. The Discord is launching this week. So we're excited about it. So come check it out. We're having all kinds of conversations about tabletop games, TTRPGs, video games, Twitch streams, the whole 9 yards. And it's specifically for BIPOCs, LGBTQIA2S plus individuals, women, and allies only. So come on over and follow and like and share and smash like buttons and all that jazz.
Ask Ben one day, why don't people tap like buttons? Gently caress like buttons. I mean, they always smash them.
They like it rough. Don't kink shame the buttons, okay?
Right.
Valid point.
That's what you're into.
That's what the buttons are into. That's cool. I'm Cassandra. You can find me here every 2 weeks. You could go on Extra Life and find my donation page and be that first donation this year. I would never complain about that. But yeah, I'm here every 2 weeks.
All right. Well, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Cubicle Zombie. And now you can find me next Wednesday and every other Wednesday right here on this very channel for the Tasty Boys. And that would be on Twitter at DNDDT Podcast or DNDDT.com.
I'm American Ginger. I do a bunch of stuff. I don't even know where I'm at. I don't know if this weekend is a Twitch Projo or not. So I don't know where my own schedule is. Tomorrow's
Technically, no, unless you guys just want to.
Tomorrow's Tiny Ming on heel turn, but I'm not on, but I'm still encouraging all of you to give it a watch. Dive Club on Thursday. Yeah. We got some other things in the works. Got some ideas we're floating out there.
Any more
hopefully-
Minecrafting this week?
That's next Monday.
Oh, we do it on Mondays
We
only.
do it on
Okay.
Mondays, yeah. Failcraft. So I think we should call it.
Crafts.
Since we died last time real bad twice in a row.
God, what did you do?
Oh, we found a jungle biome, which I've never been to. We were like, just went and go, oh, look, jungle biome's real close. And then it got dark and we're playing survival and we booked back, but we didn't book back fast enough. And we're in a dark forest biome and it was just monsters galore. And
Sir.
yeah.
Always travel with a bed.
We didn't have beds because we just started this game for the stream. We had no sheep.
Or you can
So-
find sheep. I was gonna say punch a sheep in the face. Take
Not
his
before
wolf.
they left. They just
We-
left.
We just found some when we got back and we're like, yeah, we're making beds. It's been a goddamn disaster.
Can't you make sleeping bags? Isn't there a sleeping bag thing?
It's a
No.
mod.
Oh, it's
There's
mod.
a
mod.
mod for that.
Got it.
You gotta
Um,
take a bed with you.
Yeah, that didn't happen. We still have like stone swords, so that's where we're at in life. But there's that. Like I said, we got a few other things where we have in the works.
Maybe
And
Star
then we
Wars
should-
soon?
Star Wars should be wrapping up, and I say that every week, but there's just been lots of unforeseeable delays. I mean, just like crazy stuff happening to people. And then we'll have some other short games after that. So I really appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate the work of the beard. Thank you again to Warrior for being the first hour. And of course, thank you to Casual Doug, who makes all of this happen. So we will see you in 2 weeks. Thank you. Bye.